Imagine actually remembering to set up your stream before you start it. Oh fuck. And I just about took all the crap off my desk with me. There we go. We're doing some dogfights with Tawny, and might do some battle of Stalingrad afterwards, not sure. We will see where the afternoon takes us. Get chat up. I love this fucking album. This is so good. This is actually on my general DCS playlist now, so I might switch to that after this song actually.
Hiya, welcome.
There we go.
Right, you ready to go, Raisin?
It's gonna take a while for the textures to load because I'm still on the hard drive. I haven't bought the SSD yet. I've got to get out and price them out a bit, find one that's good value for money and has the size I need. But DCS was behaving itself pretty well yesterday, even if I was flying like crap, so we'll see. It should be alright, I hope. Actually fighting each other. I couldn't see Tawny. Here he is. Actually, I might leave the gyro side on. There he is. Set the tracker. Shit, I lost him. Couldn't get my head around. There he is. Trouble seeing him. I think he's just going vertical and going around, which is what I'd be doing. But it means I can't see him until he's right on my tail and about to shoot. There we are. I'm dead. I see you've learned to just go up.
Mm-hmm. Go vertical.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it when you do that. So apparently now, for the Mirage, you have to bind something to select a gun on the HOTAS, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Warning, bro.
I did.
2,000 now.
I think they've realised
Oh,
I'm slightly
oh.
That's good.
At the wing.
Yeah.
What a clusterfuck.
I
What
have
an
almost no
absolute
experience with
clusterfuck.
DCS.
Okay, well, at least
Yeah,
that
it's,
is being
switching.
worked on. Hopefully they can
Okay,
get my
that's
money
fine.
back. Because I'm not real impressed about that. But yeah.
Rusma?
Sorry, I had to take 2 phone calls. I figured out where my $400 worth of misplaced pay was. They paid it into someone else's account because they can't copy a number.
Lovely.
Alright, which slot are you in? Okay.
Ready?
Hit and spawn.
And then
This off-center shit is really annoying. I gotta figure out what does it. It's only the Mirage I have it with, where it, like, spawns my view in slightly off-center. And I black out. Another one of those wonderful Mirage blackouts where it goes from nothing to fully blacked out immediately. Let's try that again now that I'm conscious. And I forgot, I had to reset one of the switches, my guns didn't work. And he's pretty much gonna, like, I can't outturn him here. So, it spawns you in with the air to ground switch flipped, but you've got to re-flip it, otherwise the gun won't fire. Which is fucking stupid. And another phone call.
You're a popular man. each other, man.
Oh, really?
I lagged. Yeah, I lagged just as I was about to pull. You stay in Brazen, jump in a blue slot. Alright, when you're ready, boys, spawn in.
I'm spawning.
Ross Mum, or are you still on the phone?
Yeah, I don't fly Flaming Cliffs 3. I have 0 interest for me.
Alright, Ross Mum versus Badishka. Spawn in, boys.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Wings! Rip the wing off. Didn't know you could do that in the flanker.
And no, it's super easy.
Alright. Righto, Ross Mum. Respawn, mate. Blind it. swear, bro. Alright, next one in.
Is he not here?
Who was next? Brazen?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright,
Okay, never mind.
Brazen's in, spawn in when you're ready, Russell. Fun. Alright, good SQ, you're up.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yep, you're in.
Dead, my engines are out.
Others. Nice one, dude. Nice kill. Next one up.
That's enough for me, boys.
No worries, bro. Alright, in you go, Vidisco.
Next time I'll fly a jet, I actually know how to do a dog.
Roger. One in, Rossman.
E model of this jet, it'll actually be realistic.
Yeah. Alright boys, I'm gonna have to call it there for the stream.
No worries.
Thanks for the fights, boys. Fun.
Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys later.
Will do.
See y'all.
Okay, so for the past God knows how long, my microphone has not been working. I just had to unplug it, plug it back in, restart OBS, which probably cut the stream and restarted it. But that's the only way to get the damn thing to work again. So we've had technical issues out the arse, and we're not even, what, probably an hour into the stream. But some good fighting, good fun. I've kind of figured out that since Tawny now knows how to turn inside the Mirage, all I have to do is just go vertical. Like, extend out, build my speed, get away from him, go vertical, drag him up with me. Either he stays on the deck, in which case I can just swoop on him, or he tries to follow me up, and then I can get him in a stall fight. Because, as you could probably see there, even against Badeshka in the SU-27, once they get up there behind me, I can just whip the nose around, and then as they try and turn into me, I can kind of corkscrew inside of them. But yeah, we're going to have to work on some new tactics. But we're getting there, we're getting there. The Mirage does kind of feel a bit weird. It's probably just because I haven't flown it for a very long time. And, next time I fight Brazen, I might drop him a tip about slowing down a bit, because when he's going that fast, there's not really much he can do, so I'm gonna have to recount, like, 20 minutes worth of commentary here. But basically, because he was moving so fast, his maneuvering options were very limited. In the Tomcat, if you're at that kind of speed with your wings back and you pull, you're gonna rip them. So all he could really do was roll and gently turn, which I could easily cut inside of. I mean, you saw me do it, that's what the Mirage is great at. And you don't play speed games with a Mirage. You don't. You really don't. So, yeah, I should probably let him know he needs to slow his roll a bit there. He's going a bit fast. Tawny has pretty much nailed how you fight in the Tomcat. He slows down right to his corner speed and then just turns inside of whatever he's fighting. And if he can't turn inside it, like the MiG-21, he climbs away and comes back in again. So I think, at least until I get a lot better at the MiG-21, my days of beating Tawny in that are over. I can still beat him in the Mirage, but it's a lot harder than it used to be. Like, a lot harder. And, I mean, a Mirage against a Tomcat isn't really a fair matchup, so, you know, I don't think that reflects super well on my abilities as a pilot. It's more reflecting on how quickly he's learning to deal with the handicap. Anyway, I think... Yeah, there's one on JDF. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to yeet out a DCS for now, and we're going to go play some Battle Stalingrad. Let's see how long it takes to get tilted at that. Just give me a second here to get it started up. I feel like maybe the title I gave the stream might have been tempting fate. Let's see how much will go wrong. Well, everything will go wrong. Anyway, I'm going to let this boot up, and I'm going to grab a real quick snack. we are. There's our suspect. Fighter, it looks like. Lost sight of him there for a moment. There he is. Looks like he's going to engage again. Dragging me west, probably for his friends, but let's see. Let's see if we can get him. There we go! I was way overcompensating for gravity. I thought he was further away than he actually is. Now we land some hits. Maybe. Don't want to waste my cannons, so I'll stick with machine guns for now. is still nice and easy to see. That's what I like. A little jittery. This thing is not a very stable gun platform. Or at least not with my rudder pedals, it's not. Really? Am I out of machine guns? No, one of them is. One gun's empty. Can't tell if I'm overshooting or if I'm undershooting. It's really difficult. We'll send the last of my ammo, then we'll go home. Like, he can't really follow me, he's leaking all over. That's coolant as well, so his engine's gonna pack it in sooner or later. I'm surprised it hasn't already. Cannons out, down to one machine gun. There we go. Well, that wasn't a very eventful fight, but we damaged someone at least. Just double check he's not trying to chase me. He probably won't be. I doubt his engine's going to hold out. No, we're good. I need to figure out how the arc in this works. I think it's that gauge under the manifold pressure. I'm not 100% sure though. He went down, it gave me credit. Still got heaps of fuel. Okay, airfield is right over there. Really not a landing tune. This is a good song, but not really something you want on while you're trying to land. I'm coming in way fast here, but it's alright. Should be able to get away with it. Bouncy, bouncy. There we go. We got a kill. It wasn't a very exciting kill, but it was a kill nonetheless. I don't know what he thought he was going to do running away like that. If you give me just a second, I've got to fiddle with my phone here because the Twitch app is misbehaving. What a surprise. I've had nothing but technical issues and interruptions so far this evening. You know, just what you want when you're trying to have a chill stream. Okay, well, apparently the Twitch app... No. Why did that turn itself off? There we go. Okay, now I can see how many people are watching. Right. That. We will take the same again. And I wouldn't mind the same results, but something tells me I'm not gonna get any more kills this mission. Or if I do, they'll be on easy targets. Okay. Sorry about the incessant fidgeting. My chair's like ever so slightly out of line with my rudder pedals, and it's really annoying. Really, really annoying. There we go. That should be good. Against my better judgment, I am going to try and actually taxi to the runway today. At least now that I'm not under threat of being strafed on the ground. I unlocked my tail wheel, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Why is it not turning left? There we go. There we go. Really doesn't want to turn left. God, this thing is such a handful on the ground. The LA5 is much easier to taxi. With that said, the LA5 doesn't turn so well on the ground, whereas this does. Pointing quite the direction I want it to be pointing. There we go. We'll get there one day. Why do I get the impression... No, that's one of ours. I don't know where they are then. So we'll get some altitude and just patrol around, I guess. Let's see if we can find anything. I would take it as promising that I survived a dogfight with a 109, at least long enough to make him turn and run for home. But I don't think he was particularly great at flying the 109, judging by what followed, so... Still got to work on handling this thing. It's a lot more sensitive to sharp turns at low speed than I expected it to be. All of the aircraft in this sim are. Spitfire even feels a little touchier than I expected, which is interesting, but... Oh, well. Okay, we've got a friendly that wants cover over the tanks. Warehouse. I need to figure out how to use the arc in this as well, so then I don't need to be a shitter and use the player marker on the map to navigate. Problem is, these old-fashioned arc sets, this is like the one in the MiG-19, it's very similar. The old-fashioned ones are very confusing, because you've got to set like 2 different frequencies or something. Or I think it's you set the frequency range, then you set the frequency, then you've got to make sure it's on the right settings. The MiG-21's are much easier. Set it to the correct zone, set it to the correct channel, you're done. It's already set up. The MiG-21 is just like a 5 or 6 position selector knob. And then your radio buttons. There's no fiddling with dials to get the exact right frequency. Got a ways to fly. The notifications are also delayed in this by a couple minutes, so I'm going to head to the military vehicles first and see if they're coming back. Like, I might be able to catch them on the way back from the warehouses, and if I can't catch them there, I'll fly towards the warehouses and should be able to catch them along that line, hopefully. I did actually remember to clean my monitor so I can see a little better. I don't have to worry as much about whether something's a speck of dust or a plane, but I do still have that dead pixel to contend with, and a couple little spots. A couple spots I missed. Okay, so we're over the column now. Above me. See any outgoing ground fire yet? So we'll head for the warehouse. We'll see if they're there. Hopefully it'll be a lone bomber, or at least a 110 that isn't flown by jammer. But knowing my luck today, it'll probably be a 109. Single engined, probably a 109 or a 190. It's 109, I think. Oh fuck! Oh god damn it! Well, it was a great bounce, too bad it was a friendly. To be fair, it was like the worst possible angle to come in, because it's really hard to identify anything from behind. If I'd come in from above and been able to actually see the shape of his wings, I would have been fine, but... So we've got one enemy so far and one friendly. So I guess that cancels out? Well, that might mean that whatever was over here has been dealt with. Been really good about it though. This is the thing, like if someone kind of swoops in from nowhere and shoots you like that, it's a bit more excusable than what happened to me the other day where a friendly passed me about 2 or 3 times and then shot me down. But like he had ample opportunity to identify me, but this guy, like, he obviously knows that I just kind of swooped in and he didn't see me. I only briefly saw him and my brain thought it was going to see a BF-109, so my brain saw a BF-109. Of course, the one time my gunnery in this game is actually on point, it's when I'm behind a friendly. Get some altitude back. There's not much time left in the mission, but we'll see if we can maybe knock down an enemy and try and make up for that little fuck up. Somehow it gave me 10 points. I don't know why it gave me 10 points. IL-2s wanted some cover around here somewhere. So, since our warehouses are probably not under direct threat anymore, we'll see if we can find him, maybe. Unfortunately, at this time of day, there's not really many people playing this game. So I think this might be something I have to stream in the mornings. Well, to be fair, so is DCS. I'm in like the worst possible time zone for flight sims. I'm in the worst possible time zone for a lot of things, but especially flight sims. Maybe we should go straight for our airfield. Tempting. Let's go see what's down there. Yeah, see, I'd kind of stabilize my sleep cycle, so I'd wake up at, you know, like midnight or 1 AM and then go to bed early, which works out fine for me. Unfortunately, that's the one time that my body decided it didn't want to have a stable sleep cycle, it wanted to move it forwards by an hour at a time. What a year. You don't look very friendly. Actually, maybe it is, but there's a second something up there. I don't know where the second guy went. I'm gonna have to watch my SIGs. But yeah, so I've basically gone back to a normal human being sleep cycle, you know, waking up at about 6 AM, and that's the exact opposite of what I want, because I need to be up early in the morning if I want to catch all my favourite servers on this and on DCS when they're populated, and then catch a bunch of streamers I watch as well, so... Worst time zone. Really is the worst time zone. How did I bump my mixture up so high? Must have accidentally hit it with my sleeve or something. Absolutely no idea what that is. I think it might be a 110, but I don't know for sure. don't think the other guy saw me. If he did, then he's shadowing me from a distance because I don't see him. Where'd my little friend go? There he is. Yeah, same here. It's so frustrating. And even though I'm, you know, getting a decent amount of sleep, it just leaves me really drowsy. That looks suspiciously German to me. Yeah, I do need to get round to actually joining the DCS Discord and playing on there, but I think I'll probably wait until I get the SSD so I can run DCS off that, because I'm pretty sure if I tried to play it right now, my PC would melt. It's only by some miracle that DCS is even playable again, but even then it's only, you know, small scale stuff, which is why I've been doing more dogfighting. I think he's seen me, and he might not know if I'm friendly or not. Did he just oh no, he didn't. I'm blind. There's another spec up there. That looks twin engine. Oh, that might be a Peshka going out. Or something. This guy's vanished into clouds. He's over there, I'll have to keep an eye out. What are you? That's a Peshka. It could be a friendly flying back to base, but we'll stick with him just in case. Might also be my friend from before that tried to strafe me. Where'd he go? Don't tell me he fucking oh no, there he is. Went into another cloud. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm kind of sad that the AI in this is so rubbish, because I was really kind of keen to get into the single-player campaign, because I kind of missed doing those from the original IL-2, but the AI is just, like, so bad, it's not really worth flying against. It's such a shame. They built a really good campaign system, and then squandered it with bad AI. Though, to be fair, DCS kind of has the same problem with bad AI. Makes it not really worth fighting against. Cliffs of Dover has great AI as long as they're in combat, and then as soon as they're not in combat, they're idiots and fly into each other and the ground and everything else. Are you? I'm actually, at some point, I'm gonna have to get all the Cool Kid mods for 46 and start playing that again. And I think I will try a campaign in that, because I seem to recall the default AI was still better than this, and there were certain mods out for the AI that made them very much like Cliffs of Dover. They were very difficult to actually get on the tail of and stay with. So I might try that at some point. That has to be a German, surely. If I could just catch him. Trailing anything, am I? Might be trailing smoke at this point. Yep, that's German. Just get a little closer to him. Just a little. I haven't tried the Blitz edition actually, I'm still running the old one. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. I don't know if anyone still plays either of them. That's a 190, I think. That looks like a 190. I see a hump on his back. That would explain why I'm struggling to catch up with him. But yeah, I do want to play that multiplayer. I just don't know if anyone still does, because that is a really, really good sim now that it's, you know, actually kind of finished. It was a shit show when it came out, but it's great now. Turn, please. There we go. Keep turning. He's definitely seen me now. Unfortunately, the mission's gonna end before I get within firing range, if I even get within firing range. I think this might be the same guy that I was fighting before. We'll give him a quick squirt and see if we can maybe get his attention or tag his radiators or something. Well, if he's a 190, he doesn't have any. We'll see what we can do. Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit, he has a friend. I should have seen that coming a mile away. Oh! Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Moral victory. What an absolute genius. What an absolute genius. I feel stupid for letting him bounce me, but at least I'm not a smoking hole in the ground, and he quit. I would too. Right, where'd the first one go? Probably took the opportunity to run away. Battery's climbed up and he's going to try and fall on me. Dial the mixture back so we're not smoking. And gain some... Actually, you know what? There's fucking not even 5 minutes left. He's still here. Because he just got... Oh, that actually might have been his friend that triggered that alert. I don't see him behind me. I don't see anyone above me. Alright, we're gonna quickly land before the mission's over, maybe. We'll use the initial D method of bleeding some airspeed to land. Full right rudder and some left stick. Unfortunately, I don't think... Yeah, it didn't credit me for that. I wish it credited me for that. What an absolute genius that guy was. Like, I'm bad at this game, but at least I'm not that bad. Mostly. Yeah, there's definitely one still wing. Oh! There he is! You really want to do this, buddy? You really want to do this? Oh, that's an Ishak. I got spooked for nothing. No, there's something else out in the distance. That might be him. I think the Ishak's trying to land will cover him. He's seen the guy too. And end of mission. Oh, bro. Okay, well. I guess I can't really talk since I shot down a friendly like 10 minutes ago, but whatever. I think the sharpen kinda helps with spotting, just like a little bit, not by much. I really don't like sharpen filters in games though, like, it's one of the first things I did in Arma 3 was figure out how to turn it off. And it's one of the things that really annoys me about Tarkov as well. But here I think it might be the only way I'm going to see aircraft in the distance, so... Oh, everyone's leaving. Hopefully enough people stick around that we've still got some competition. Otherwise, I don't know, I might do more of the campaign stuff, I don't know. I'd hop back on DCS, but that's probably pretty dead at this hour as well. JDF will be empty. And there's not really much else for me to do other than JDF at the moment because of the whole game not running so well situation. Yeah, it does. And especially if you have anti-aliasing turned off, like I do here for performance, it makes everything look really bad. Like, it really accentuates the aliasing, but even when you've got really high anti-aliasing settings, it just... Yeah, it's not right. Like, real life doesn't look like that. And a lot of the time, I mean, at least in Arma you can adjust it, and having I think I've got my sharpen, it's not turned off, but it's set to like 5 or 10%, it's just very, very subtle. And it looks good when it's very subtle, but in most games it's either on or it's off, and when it's on, it looks like somebody opened Photoshop and just like, took the sharpen filter, cranked it to 100%, and then slammed Control F like 5 times. I do kind of want to get more planes for this, but I don't really have the money for it. So, for those of you joining us, I had a big drama earlier in the stream. I had 3 phone calls within the space of about 2 minutes. Basically what's happened was, back in May, at the start of May, I did a weekend's worth of work. Just casual, traffic control, basically. Well, not quite traffic control, but parking control for, like, a major event here. And my pay didn't come through for it. So obviously it's been several months. I'm a bit annoyed. I'd already had a former co-worker who was actually the one that arranged the job for me. I had her chase it up. I had her, like, I had to give her my bank details like 2 or 3 times to make sure that the right details were through. But somewhere along the line, the people that actually are supposed to do the paying allege that they were given the wrong numbers by her. She says she gave the right numbers twice and they just can't read. So either way, they figured out they paid $360 something, I think it was, into someone else's account 2 months ago, and didn't think to communicate with me at all about this. So thankfully the money is now on its way to my account and should be there by the end of the week, so that will help at least. And then I gotta sort out my tax return for this year too, and that should give me a little bit of spending money, and hopefully then I'll be able to buy the SSD thanks to my wonderful viewers. And then also I might be able to pick up a couple modules for DCS and or this. Right, let's see, where are we gonna spawn? Rescuer! I like this, Rescuer. Let's go from... Oh, no, that's I-16s. I don't have I-16s. There we go. I'll have to wipe them up here. Oh, we can get a spit. Well then. Oh, well then. Yeah, I'm glad it's finally turned out alright. It just took a while. We got there in the end. Hopefully some more people will join. I do want some competition here. Why... Bruh. Why is my gun sight set itself to fucking 425 yards? Fuck off with that shit. 250 yards, and our sight base in feet. It's a wingspan of a 109, probably about 33 feet? 34 feet? We'll go with 34. Ooh, fancy. We have actual hangars here. Now, where's the runway? That's probably an important question. I guess if I kick the nose right and take off that way, maybe? Did the engine not catch? No, the engine didn't catch. Ah, because the mixture didn't reset. It's one thing that really annoys me about this game, because it's not full fidelity, but it does go through the entire engine start sequence. If the engine doesn't catch, for whatever reason, you have to wait for it to go back through the shutdown and then restart. You can't just quickly hit the starter again. It has to shut down. 32 feet, thank you very much. Come on. 32, there we go. Oh, no. Up one, there we are. when you forget, the spit will start taxiing as soon as the engine's running. There's no tail wheel lock on this bad boy either. I'm trying to figure out, I guess this might as well be a runway here. It looks like it's long enough. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, tail wheels are interesting. The Yak is impossible for me to taxi on the ground. The Spitfire and DCS is very difficult as well. It's a little easier in this, but not by much. Oh, that frame rate drop. There we go. I don't know what's causing that. It's only when I look in this specific direction. A little more at home here than I am in the Axe. Just a little. Yeah, and then you get it, like, as you're in a turn, you forget that you've got to actually turn the opposite way to get the tail wheel to straighten out. I've had a few amusing instances with the Yak where I've locked the tail wheel again and started my takeoff roll, only to discover it was locked fully turned to one side. Oops. Yeah, same here. I grew up playing Combat Flight Simulator 2, European Air War, Combat Flight Simulator 3, and then IL-2. I flew so many Spitfires in those that my default response to everything is just turn. Just turn, that's it. Like, I can't energy fight, it doesn't, my brain can't process it, I just try and turn with everything. Which works in a Spitfire, it works really well in World War I planes, it doesn't work so well in, you know, MiG-21s, or anything German, or anything American. Where that friendly's gone. I wouldn't say no to escorting him if only I knew where he was. Apologies, by the way, for when the song list inevitably starts repeating itself. I've had that many technical hiccups and just general issues today. I cannot be bothered to tab out and fix it. So I can tolerate these songs on repeat all day. I don't care, but. Just a warning. Apache longbow. I didn't have that, but one of my friends did. I used to go around to his place and play it. There are a bunch of sims like that. My first sim that I actually got myself was my uncle gave me his old joystick and Combat Flight Simulator 2. So I played the shit out of that, and then my parents realised how into flight sims I've always been into planes since I was a kid. Literally as long as I can remember. We used to go to every air show we could get to in England. But my parents realised I was really into sims as well. So they went out and bought me a 4-pack of European Air War, Falcon 4.0, the original Falcon 4.0, DID's F-22 Total Air War, and their EF-2000. I didn't play EF-2000 as much because I couldn't get it to work properly on my PC. I played the fuck out of European Air War and Falcon and F-22 though. I used to really enjoy the AWACS campaign modes in F-22 and the campaign in Falcon. I wasted so much time on that. I mean, I wouldn't have had to repeat a year in school, but my parents were not impressed because my grades were absolute garbage. I didn't do any homework, I just played flight sims. Trailing smoke? I probably am, to be fair. I hate the position of the mirror on this. Not noticeably. Like, it's tilted up too much. It should be straight back as far as I'm concerned. Go back to cruise 2650. 8 pounds. IL-2 should be somewhere around here doing his work. Oh, mine kind of bounced back and forth because I'm a terrible student. I never studied. I'm one of those kids that everyone made a big deal of, so I never tried because everyone's like, wow, you're so smart. It's like, cool, I don't have to study. So I'd alternate between doing really, really well at school without even trying, and then I'd get to a school which actually, you know, required effort, and my grades would just go through the floor. I kind of lost interest in anything academic by the time I was about 16, though. Unfortunately, though, there were expectations that I would go to university and become like a fucking scientist and cure cancer or something. When really what I wish I'd done was just left school and gone straight into the Air Force or the Army from there, or something to that effect. I've never been interested really in anything academic as a career. Like, I have a lot of academic interests, but not to the point where I could do them for a job, because when I do something like that for a job, it kills my interest. Like, I'm really into architecture, but if I studied at university, I would hate it by the time I was done. So I'd rather keep it as an interest and something I study in my spare time than make a career out of it. I'm much more into hands-on things for work. Yeah, I see. The thing is, I have one which I'm not 100% sure, well, a couple I'm not 100% sure on, but I think they slipped through. I injured myself while I was in. That's part of the reason I discharged, is because I had an injury that just didn't heal properly. And it was like I couldn't get my fitness really where it needed to be afterwards. So my sister, I haven't heard back yet, but she was just yesterday going to see a specialist to figure out which specific connective tissue disorder we've both been lumbered with. So that would explain why my knee got injured so easily and why it hasn't healed properly. I don't think, like, I wouldn't pass a medical if I tried to get back in, even if my knee wasn't fucked up, probably. When I enlisted, it was kind of at the point where they were taking in anyone and everyone. And because I scored really highly on the aptitude test, I think they probably cut me a bit of slack on the physical side of things. Which is a shame, because I miss it. I really, really miss the army. was like the only time I actually had a sense of purpose, and the routine was really good for me, because without a routine I'm a clusterfuck. I have no concept of time, so... Hypermobility syndrome, I think she said it, like... For me, kind of what... Jesus Christ, I got a phone call, I'll take that after the stream. For me, I had an appointment with a physio when I went to go for a fitness test for a job after I discharged. And he noticed my spider hands, and when I mentioned I had joint problems, he said, oh, have you... You know, if you were a bit taller, I would think that you might have Marfan syndrome or something. So I thought, actually, that would explain a lot of things. So, I don't know, I haven't been tested for anything yet, but I should probably go check up on it, because if it is that, that's kind of, you know, something you'd want to know about. Can potentially knock a few years off your life expectancy. But, the nice thing is, my sister and I are so alike, that I've kind of been slack about following up on health issues, because I just let her do it, and anything that's wrong with her is probably wrong with me. So it's like, you know, in 6 months' time or whenever I can finally be bothered to actually see a doctor, because I only go to the doctor if I feel like I'm dying or if I need a doctor's certificate for something, I can just rock up and say, yeah, I probably have this, this, and this. Can you test me for them? Are there actually... Oh, shit. Yeah, oh, wow. Yeah, there are a few Germans in here. Just a couple. Holy fuck. And yet I have not found any of them. Been circling around here totally distracted for how long. Haven't been bounced, haven't seen anyone. Haven't even seen any ground fire. Sure is a big sky. Alright, let's see. My music has stopped. There we go. You know what would be really nice? If my fuel tank... There we go. I was going to say if it switched to the bottom tank so I could see how much I got left. Apologies if I'm, like, deafening you guys or anything as well. I have a lot of trouble figuring out the relative volumes of things, and this game is kind of loud, so I'm probably yelling. It's the other thing, bad hearing runs in my family. My 21-year-old sister has hearing aids. And as well as just the general bad hearing, I also have permanent hearing damage from a couple of things that happened in the army, as well as a couple of things my dad did because he has even worse hearing than me and doesn't realise. 1713. He has a habit of letting off very high-powered rifles near me without warning me he's going to do it. He figures because it doesn't affect him because he's already deafened himself, it doesn't affect anyone else either. With this many people on the German team, I'm somewhat concerned that the sky here is so clear. Nothing here. Interesting. Very interesting. That was science. So, I have raised some doubts about the realism of the flight models in this. the Spitfire, the whole flaps thing, I've gone through it that many times on stream. But basically, the aircraft don't react to certain things as they should, not just by my knowledge from reading, but by my first-hand experience of flying, as well as basic physics. Like, I'm really not sure about the flight models in this. And that was me testing to see if this models the float carb in the Merlin. So either this is a very, very, very late production Mark V with Miss Schilling's orifice installed, which seems a bit strange for a Spitfire that was sent as Lend-Lease, since the Soviets considered them to be very clapped out machines, or they haven't modelled it at all. I'm not sure which. Oh, hello. Hello. That's enemy. What do we got? That might be an escort, I can't tell from here. Oh, that's a single engine fighter. Oh, uh-oh. This could be trouble. And it's a Focke-Wulf. Brilliant. Couldn't be a 109. No, no, no. Wow, that fucking lag. Holy shit. I think someone's behind me. Hard to tell. This guy is so laggy. Conveniently laggy. Hang on, is he... Oh. Bruh. I'm deeply suspicious. He lags at the most convenient times, and then he gets a great shot on me. Well, my canopy's fucked, so we'll get rid of it. Where'd he go? Oh. There we are. Oh, there's two? Nope, that's him. Okay. Well, if he wants to play turning games at low altitude, I'm keen. I think there might be two of them, maybe. You little shit. Hit your fucking lag switch again, I dare you. Yeah, that was the second one. Oh! That was a bit rude. There we go. I keep forgetting the spin in this really doesn't like low speed, which is weird for a Spitfire. But there you go. Come here, shithead. Bye-bye. There's the other one. Oh, maybe I'm the laggy one. It's a little stuttery here. Hard to tell. This server seems to be a bit questionable at times in general. We have some holes in us. Is he baiting me for someone else? Not sure. See if we can bait him back, maybe. Oh, hello. What are you? Can't tell. Oh, you're a 110. And that's the ground. Truck aisle's all fucked up. Trying to lean out. Yeah, Wings of Liberty. It's funny, everyone guesses which server I'm on when I complain about people lagging or using their lights to bat phone reinforcements or whatever shit like that. I wonder why that might be. Okay, he is oblivious, I think. It's my tail. Okay for now. I just gotta watch out for his gunner. I have a bad habit of getting stitched up by 110 rear gunners. He sees me. As usual, his gunner is a fucking sniper. Please don't be jammer. I mean, at least in a Spitfire I'm better equipped to deal with him, but please don't be jammer. Out of cannon. Well, I have fucked my engine from running it a bit too warm, but that's alright because he is leaking fuel and coolant and flying like it. Wow, okay. He's flying that thing like I fly the MiG-21. What the fuck? He is all over the sky. What the Jesus. Well, he just forced the overshoot, but it's not going to save him. We'll exhaust our ammo and then run for home. Come here, you shit. My deflection shooting in this is nowhere near as good as DCS or the original IL-2. I gotta get a feel for it again. Or Plistodoba for that matter. And the engine's packed it in. That's alright, we're over friendly territory. Who gives a shit? He's probably going to go down sooner or later. He's leaking all sorts of stuff. Easy landing. Easy landing. He did get credit for that, but oh well. He shouldn't get credit for that. That was me killing my own engine. That wasn't him. Yeah, I think my bad hearing came from a combination of too much loud music, a lot of time spent at air shows as close to the flight line as I could be, a lot of range weekends in the army where we were sitting in shelters very close to the range that acted like parabolic sound collectors. And then, you know, hunting with Dad where he gives no warning he's about to fire, so... Oh well. I can hear well enough. I think my main problem isn't even so much I can't hear. Like, I can hear some pretty quiet things. It's more that I have trouble distinguishing the sounds mentally. So, if someone's talking and there's any background noise, I can't understand what they're saying at all. I have to get people to repeat themselves 3 or 4 times. Whereas in a quiet room, I have no trouble at all. I guess it's not so much I don't have the hearing, it's I can't differentiate sound levels, maybe, or I can't cancel out background noise. Do some reading. Functional limitations. Doesn't say anything about the float carb. Not that I can see. Maybe it does have Miss Schilling's orifice installed. Should probably trim the thing, hey? You look German. You are German. You're 190. I hope my teammate's paying attention that was just over me. Wow. He hits me after he's passed me. Nice. Nice, nice. Some high quality netcode there. Did I land a single hit there? Yeah, I guess I did. He's trailing something now. Oh wow. Got the kill. Might have pilot killed him. Or was that the 110? I guess we better make sure here. Keep getting my head stuck under the gun sight, like with the Mirage and DCS. No, I think that was a kill notification for the 110, maybe. This guy's clearly not done. Tail's good. Yep. Is he trying to land? Yeah, he is. We'll let him. Oh, he didn't land so well. That's why you don't land with your wheels down. Unless you're on an airfield. That's why you never see me do that with my wheels down. Okay, we got some holes in us, but the aircraft's handling okay. Get rid of the canopy since it's fucked anyway. There we are. Gotta get the speed down to open it. Back to cruise. So what am I on? 3 kills now? Yeah, damn. Probably be a lot easier if they weren't warping around the sky, but I'll take it. It's funny too, because these 190s are clueless. Like, the one thing they can't beat me at is a turn fight, and they're all trying to turn fight with me. If they just use their speed, I wouldn't be able to do anything to them. Frame rate's really low when I look in a specific direction, but it's fine everywhere else. I don't know why. Not sure what's causing it. We'll head down to the airfield down at Rescuer, since I'm pretty sure one of them's attacking that. Still good. Why can I not lean out? Hello? There we go. The tracker limits on this are a bit weird once you're in flight. I think above a certain speed you can't stick your head out. Oh, hello, who are you? You look German. Is that German or is that a spit? We'll see when we get under him. No, it's another spit. It's 2650. The Mozhaisk. Close this again, I guess. Once he slow down enough. Looks like that spit's turn around. Head this way. There's guys flying from Mozhaisk, they can defend it. We'll go defend Rescuer. Is there not an actual airfield here? Is it just a stretch of river? Yeah, I guess not. I guess we will head out towards Mozhaisk. I'm on fuel anyway. Bottom tank's still full. Or full enough anyway. These engine mode messages are fucking useless. In the Spitfire, I'm at 2650 RPM, 8 pounds of boost. That's a high-powered cruise. Like, that is a continuous cruise setting. It's not combat mode. I'll actually leave the lid open. See if I can get my head out of it a little better. Probably going too quick. The airfield should be around here somewhere. Oh, right there in front of me. If there's something here, I'll kill it. If there's not, I'll land and get a new Spitfire since this one's got some holes in it. Oh, of course, now they're attacking behind me. I wish there is a way to save sight settings, so I don't have to remember to reset this every time I fly. But yeah, we're gonna land, I guess. Try not to freeze a Merlin. That would be kind of bad. That was a bit harder than I planned. Very hard to judge the sink rate when there's no runway. But we didn't snap the undercarriage or wings or anything, we probably just jarred it quite badly. Oh, and then ground looped. It's fine. It's fine. Plane's damaged anyway. Okay. Two planes credited there. One was the 110 from the previous flight, I think, and the other was the 190 that tried to crash land and fucked it up. Let's do the same again. Look how badly outnumbered we are. Nearly 2 to 1. Pretty good meme. Okay. Make sure that's all set up properly. Get the engine running. I'll just crack the throttle. Dial the sight distance back to 250. Expand down to 32 feet. There we go. Railway station again. I think that's where I was going. I might make this one my last flight because I'm getting kind of tired, and that way I can wake up a little earlier tomorrow and stream in the morning when people are actually playing. Hello, what are you? Be a friendly going back to land. It's an IL-2. The fact that that guy didn't shoot at the IL-2 would suggest he's friendly. He looks like he's landing out. Artillery positions. We'll check the railway station first since they've been hanging around there a lot, and then we'll check the artillery, I guess. this station. Yeah, I think I missed them. They've probably gone down to the artillery from here. It's alright. We'll turn south and start climbing. And I'm having an eye malfunction. Right. It always happens at the best times. You've got an eyelash in it or something. I'm going to have to do something a bit risky. I'm going to figure out what the setting is for the auto level, do that, and then run and rinse my bloody eyes out. Ow. A. Left shift A. Oh, don't tell me someone's behind me. There we go. I'll be right back. And hopefully I'll be able to see when I get back. Always at the worst possible time. Well, I'm not dead, so that's a good sign. Considering we're still badly outnumbered, I'm surprised how few Germans I've come across. Of course, they're back the way I came. What I might do is I might just climb up a little and fly along the front. See if I can spot anything that way. But this will be my last flight of the evening, whether I get shot down or manage to RTB safely. So in technical terms, this stream has been a shit fight, but in flying terms, it's been much better than yesterday was. Much, much better. Not great, but an improvement. And I'll take what I can get. My theory is what they're doing is they're just hitting targets in sequence, so we might catch something as it comes south towards this, and if we don't, then we'll catch them at the railway station or on their way home. Hello. What are you? Flying away from me, I think. And now they're attacking our southern airfield, of course. I can't win. I go one way, they attack the other. No idea what that is. Might be another friendly trying to cover the railway station, but I have my doubts. Any ground fire. Watch what this guy does. It's like he's climbing. I think that might be an IL-2. It looks like he's got something under his wings. Yeah, that's an IL-2. Railway station. Don't see anything down there. Yeah, there's the IL-2. To hazard a guess, I reckon this IL-2 is probably trying to box around towards the warehouse. See, now people are starting to connect. All on the German team, holy fuck. Man, we're outnumbered. Oh, hello. Hello, who are you? You look like you have two engines or a twin tail. Maybe. What are you? Might be a Junkers. Oh, it's big. Yeah, it's a Junkers, I think. It's definitely German. Yep, JU-88. Probably shouldn't have stayed behind him like that. Fucking AI gunners, man. Any escort? None that I can see. A lone intruder. There you are. Barely see him against the ground. Couldn't stop him from getting his bombs off, unfortunately. But I got the kill because he flew himself into a tree. And I think that's where we're going to call it. There's no point getting greedy. Especially with a damaged engine. We'll kind of nurse it. Try and get back to the airfield if I can. Kill number 4 for this session and number 5 for the night. Dial it right back to about 2550. I mean, there's plenty of potential landing sites here and I am over friendly territory, so if the engine dies it's no big deal. But I prefer to bring the aircraft back in one piece, relatively speaking. Still too fast to open the lid. Oil pressure looks okay. Temperatures look okay. Revs are stable, it's not jumping around. Oh, I belly land stuff in DCS all the time. Like, I have no objections about bellying an aircraft. I'm quite good at it. I've had a lot of practice, because I have a habit of getting shot full of holes. Number one lesson of how to set down in a field without killing yourself. Do not drop the fucking landing gear. It's better to cause some damage to the underside of the aircraft than to dig in and flip over. Or roll down a hill. Oil and radiator, yeah, it's pretty good. Nice and cool. I'm actually going to dial the radiator back a bit because I'm going to freeze the engine otherwise. Oh, they're attacking the railway station. If I didn't have engine damage, if it was just the wing, I would go and deal with that. So yeah, I'm gonna land this, call it for the evening, and then hopefully get up early enough tomorrow that I can do some flying with CJ in this. Maybe do some more DCS too, we'll see who's on, but if I can get some hours in here with CJ, that would be good fun. Temps are still good. Go ahead and close the radiator since I'm going to be cutting the throttle for landing. There's the airfield. Fucking bizarre, the aircraft started nosing up as I took power off. It's weird. I guess that's friendly. Probably. There we go, now the canopy's open. Back trim. Lead some of this airspeed. Gear. Flaps. Oh, the nose did kick down. I don't know if that was just a coincidence or if it is modeled just very subtle. Nobody's in front of me. That's more like it. That was nice and gentle. That was fucking beautiful. And she ground loops. I gotta get the hang of this thing on the ground. Whatever. We got back in mostly one piece. No, we're gonna have to repair the wings anyway. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. And conveniently, my music decided it was going to stop for some reason, so we'll call it there. 4 kills on this mission, 1 on the previous. That's 5 kills in Battle of Stalingrad for the evening, which I'm very happy with. They were difficult kills because people were warping all over the place, but we'll take them. See, if I didn't have to deal with that 190 lagging around, I probably wouldn't have even taken damage on that first engagement. But oh well, I should probably take this off first. Right. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. And we're going to see who else is on, and I'll host them. Pom is still on. I will host Pom, I think. Thanks for watching, and see you later.